Hi, this is Bruce, the Last Nail, and I'm here today, Friday, September 22nd, and I'm at the University of Colorado. You can see the bison over my head, and yeah, let's get it straight. They are the Colorado buffaloes, and I know nobody cares. Of course, there's no buffalo in North America. There's Cape and water buffalo. They're in Africa and Asia. So anyway, let's get that out of the way. And like I said, nobody cares about that. But I'm just going to be walking through campus. This is an exciting time at the University of Colorado. I'm dressed appropriately. And let's just walk around campus and just see what's going on. So the first place we come to is Kittredge Field, and these are basically intramural fields. This is soccer field up there, but you also, up north of here, just north, the field is, looks like the women's lacrosse team, and I think they have lacrosse and soccer in here. So, very beautiful campus. It's what we would say is it's at the foot of the Flatirons. You can see the Flatirons up there that Boulder is known for. And I'm going to be walking around. I'll also walk around the stadium and give some thoughts and some recollection. So here I'm at the North Field, the North Kittredge Field. And as you can see, it says Buffaloes. And beautiful field. I think they just finished putting a new turf in. A couple times I was here during the summer, they had the field torn apart. So it looks like to replace the field. And the black there is the recycled auto tires that they use for extra padding on the field to give the field a little better elasticity. And here's the Buffaloes. Emblem, I guess what you would call it, on the field itself. I don't know if they're having an actual game here or if they're doing a practice. It looks like they're probably practicing today. And here's something that's going to end up being a relic next year. It's the Pac-12 logo on the lacrosse field. They'll probably have the Big 12 logo on here next year. Here's a picture of the campus map. And the Colorado campus is deceptively fairly big. I don't know if, like, from this corner here, which is where I came in, and of course the proverbial you are here, to way up here is probably at least 1.5 miles. There's Folsom Field. There's the Colorado football practice fields. And Franklin Field is one of the fields where the football team works out. And just north of there, you can't see it on here, that would be their indoor stadium. Farron Field is where the band will do a lot of practicing. And then I think they had game day last week on the business field.
I don't know, because he was on Jefferson Giants on, and like you guys.
And this is the women's lacrosse team that's, I guess they're finished with their practicing now. And they're going to go ahead and end practice and get on to their classes. This is the outside of the event center. This is where the basketball teams play. And this is interesting because we're right smack in the middle to the end of September, and the leaves are just starting to turn color. So, again, it's a very beautiful campus. And in the autumn, it's just amazing here with all the trees turning color. probably one of the most beautiful campuses in the United States. This is the inside of the Event Center. This is where the basketball teams play. I don't know if I'm allowed to be in here right now, so I'm kind of quieting down a little bit. But it's beautiful indoor stadium, and they also have concerts and other events here. So I'm pretty much on the northwest side of the business field, and you can see in the background where Folsom Field is. Of course, that's where the football team plays, and the business field is right down there. I think that's where they had a game day last week. And here's another buffalo. One of the reasons I'm doing this video today is the camera that I'm using, which is a Canon G5X, has been under wraps for at least a year, and I got to make sure the settings are good because my fiance and I are next week are going north of here. I won't say exactly where, but I'm going to try to go ahead and do a video from there, but that's what we're doing. So it's kind of like a double purpose to walk through campus and give out some recollections. And I'm probably also, I got to admit, I'm probably looking for some clickbait. Again, it's a real exciting time here at the University of Colorado, and I know in the last, so many years, we haven't, and I say we, because at heart, I'm also a UCLA fan. I'm from the Los Angeles area, but it's nice to see the community of Boulder get behind the football team and Coach Prime. And so they're playing in Oregon tomorrow, playing the Oregon Ducks. So that's going to be a tough game, whichever way you look at it. I think Oregon's favored by 21 points at this time. This building here, I think this is the Leeds School of Business. I think what they call the Coble building. And I know the accounting department is up there. So as I said, this is the Coble Leeds School of Business, the Coble building. And I always like coming up here to the campus to walk. It's just like a huge park to walk in. And I've always noticed how immaculate the grounds are. So there's a lot of informal messaging going on here. This is some chalk message. I have no idea what this is about, but it's on the cement. There's a bike station over here, the Folsom bike station. So this is where the students can come in and put air in their tires and probably do some maintenance on their bikes. So like everybody else on sports media who's been talking about this, one of the pink elephants, I guess, in the living room, and I should address this, has been the demise of the Pac-12. Now, being a kid raised in the LA area, I've been brought up on the Pac-12. I've been, as I said, I've been a UCLA fan my whole life, except for 2 years as a kid when I flipped over to USC. And that's basically when O.J. Simpson was a running back there. He was very exciting. This was back in the late 60s. And of course, we didn't know anything about OJ that we know now. So that's basically all I'll say. Then I flipped back to UCLA, and even after I came here to Colorado, to Boulder, to Westminster and Broomfield, I had still remained a UCLA fan. And I haven't flipped. I'm just, just excited over what's been happening here with Coach Prime and him bringing in new, new kids and getting a new purpose for the Colorado football team. It's an exciting time, as I've alluded to before. And here's part of the mathematics building. So over here is Folsom Field. That's the stadium where the football team plays. If you look past the tree and past the black outline fence, that's where the indoor practice facility is. And then this is where Franklin Recreation Field is. So I'm going to take a walk around the stadium now. I'm on the east side. Here's the ticket windows for the same day tickets. And I think a lot of the games are, if not sold out, they're getting close to selling out. And this is kind of the, I guess, the Colorado Walk of Fame, where they have posters, I guess, of their football players who have stood out over the years. There, for instance, is Keith English. He was a punter, 1988 All-American. The dedication of Folsom Field, October 11th, 1924. So next year will be the 100th anniversary. So November 10th, 1934, Colorado officially adopts the nickname the Buffaloes. And here is, October 28th, 1967. Ralphie the First makes her first run at Folsom Field, and a tradition is born. The whole Ralphie tradition is probably one of the best known traditions in college football. It's kind of like the Ohio State University band before every game when they dot the I. And here's one that's near and dear to my heart. Back in 2011, Colorado accepts invitation to join the Pac-12 conference. Here's a memorable moment. Claude Walton, Colorado's first African-American letter winner and first All-American in any sport, 1933. In 2016, the dedication of the Champion Center, which we're going to walk by in just a couple minutes here, an indoor practice facility. Here's one. The late Rashawn Salam wins Colorado's first Heisman Trophy, 1994. So this is the indoor practice facility. I've been inside there at least once before one of the probably Colorado UCLA games. As I said, I'm going to be walking by the Champion Center. And this is the Champion Center. It was dedicated in 2016. And this is the indoor practice facility for the football team. Now, the ground that I'm standing on right underneath my feet would be where their weight room is for the football team. They've got top-notch facilities here. I think they spent $170 million. It's probably one of the reasons they brought Coach Prime in, is they want this program, the football program, to be top-notch with any. They want it to compete top-notch with any NCAA football program. And so far, Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, is, I think, doing a great job. I don't know if you could see it, but this is one of the courtyards where this is the statue down there that's dedicated to Ralphie. Then where the cement ends, it goes down in elevation to Boulder Creek. So on the other side of Boulder Creek, I don't know if you can see this very well, but are the athletic fields and the football team. Now, the football team is not here right now. I would not be allowed to film if they were doing any practicing there. But there's the football team outdoor practice facility. Then the UC Health Champion Center. This is the main entrance. And here's the Champions Plaza. And there's Ralphie. There's a nice couple there doing a little filming. Now I'm going to go inside here to the ticket office and team store. I'm not really shopping. I don't know if I'm going to be filming in there. It's always a good idea to ask someone before you go inside and film a lot of their merch. So I was just inside of the, I don't know if you could see that. Yeah, there it is right there. I was just inside of the merch store, and I did ask, and they did not allow filming inside. And it's always a good idea when you're filming, especially merchandise and everything. It's always a good idea to keep good relationships with your people that you're filming with. And if somebody doesn't want to be filmed and put on YouTube, then don't do it. Don't argue with people. So it's always a good idea to keep good relationships. So there's one of the athletic fields that the football team practices on. And of course, goes without saying that if the football team was out there, I wouldn't be filming. And there's enough video online. If you watch Deion Sanders Jr., he's got some great videos. Here's Boulder Creek. This is just on the north side of the school. And the water level has gone way down. Now, Boulder Creek is fed by the snow runoff, and we're getting into the time of the year where the snows haven't come yet, and most of the snows that are still up in the Front Range have melted by now. Most of them, not all of them. And here's Boulder Creek going the other way. It's really beautiful here. So this is a nice, pretty area in here. It's like a little park setting. And this is the field house straight ahead. Now that's where they have a lot of the fan souvenirs and places where you can get your brats and whatever meals you want to get during the football games and other events here. And the football stadium I'll get to the football stadium area, but I'm going to say something about the football stadium, is that they keep the football stadium under lock and key. Now I've been to some other NCAA football stadiums, a couple of them, namely the stadium at the University of Arkansas, which they did not keep under lock and key, and I think that was around 2008. And then I've also been to the football stadium at Boise State, which they did not keep under lock and key. So I think they open the stadium up here when they have an event going on. And this here is the outside of the football stadium on the west side. Nice little plaza here. You can see some people. I think these are prospective students that are touring the facilities here. And then here's the Balch Field House. Here's the south side of Folsom Field. This is the field just on the south side of the physics building, which is on the south side of Folsom Field. And this, in earlier times, is where they would have the pre-game festivities going on, and now they've moved that down to Folsom Field. I'll walk down there, probably because they've got more people because of the interest in the football games, the football team, and just the higher profile now. Here's Folsom Field. As I said before, this is where the band practices, usually before the football games, and they have a football field outlined out here. And this is probably where they're doing their pregame, being that it's a little bit larger than the field just north of here. But this is Folsom Field. So this here is the Center for Community Building. Nice building inside. They have a really nice cafeteria in there that I've eaten at many times in the past since I've been here in Colorado. Good food, a lot of students in there, and not only is it cafeteria style, but they have a whole variety of different food. They have American, Italian, Mexican, Middle East, Asian, and basically meat and potatoes too. So this is the Center for Community, or it's known as the C4C. This is an exhibit, will probably be a clue to what I'm going to be walking by next. But this represents a voyage to Jupiter. There's a voyage to an asteroid, a voyage to Halley's Comet. Back in 1986, I was at Anza Borrego, and I was trying to get a picture of Halley's Comet, and I actually did see it. Unfortunately, I made one of these mistakes that you can make in photography. I left the cover on my camera lens and never did get a picture of it. Oh well. This is Mars. Of course, this is Welcome Home. This is the planet Earth. Voyage to Venus. Voyage to Mercury. And this is the voyage to the Sun. It's a depiction of the Sun right there. And this whole area is called a voyage, a journey through our solar system. And there's the rest of the inner planets. And I was alluding to where I was going to go. This is the Fisk Auditorium. They have all different kinds of shows here. They actually have a domed theater where they have shows of the whole entire universe. It says over here, Free Fisk, 7 p.m. Thursdays. And I've been to several shows here, and they have some outstanding shows in there. You can relax, you can look up and just enjoy the shows that they put on. Well, this is pretty much going to be it for today. This not meant to be a tour of the entire University of Colorado campus. I would probably be on campus for probably 2 days if I wanted to get an entire tour in. It's a nice way to get some practice in and get another video up on YouTube. So that's going to do it, and have a great day. Goodbye.